would be hard-pressed to find a more scummy and corrupt institution across the world than the World Health Organization. And to boot, it's funded by taxpayers like you and I. Whether you live in the United Kingdom, Australia, or Canada, or America, you are paying the salary of Dr. Tedros, yet he remains one of the most unaccountable public officials in the world. Dr. Tedros, from his position of power, has enacted China First policy from the day he began leading the WHO. He was appointing people like Robert Mugabe, an agent of China, a dictator from Africa, just like Dr. Tedros himself, someone who was the Minister of Foreign Affairs while the communist government of Ethiopia oversaw the killings of their own people on their day of Thanksgiving. Not only that, when he was Minister of Health of that same regime, he covered up three cholera outbreaks that ended up going international across Africa. Does that sound familiar at all? In this time of trouble that the world is seeing, we have Dr. Tedros to look at. And from day one of this pandemic, he has been doing his best to cover up the embarrassment of Xi Jinping. Whether you're living in a country that didn't close its borders early enough, whether you're living in a country that didn't stop flights from Wuhan when we knew that there was person-to-person spread in early January, whether or not you're living in a country that told you that masks are ineffective, like the Canadian medical doctor, Dr. Tam, said, because the WHO said so. Can you believe that? Actual medical doctors listening to not a medical doctor saying that masks, surgical masks and N95 masks aren't effective at stopping the spread of a virus? These things might seem like common sense to you and I, but to public officials across the globe, they're looking to people at the WHO for direction. We need to be taking our funding and sending it elsewhere, to places that will actually have pandemic planning strategies that are effective, places that will develop vaccines, whether they're embarrassing to China or not. Justin Trudeau hasn't really gotten that message, unfortunately, and just this weekend we've learned that after Donald Trump says he's going to be pulling funding from the WHO, the European Union has come to Canada to say they expect us to fill in the gap of funding. Can you believe that? I have this petition right here. It's over 25,000 signatures of folks who want Justin Trudeau and other world leaders to pull out of the WHO. I'm going to go to the post office right now and send it to them because we believe that it is imperative that we redirect the capital to a pandemic planning strategy that isn't China first at all cost. We see the cost of having a China first WHO, and it is deadly. It's going to go straight to Langevin Block, the Prime Minister's office in Ottawa, so that Justin Trudeau can personally sift through the 1,000 pages or so of constituents who he is betraying every day by continuing to fund the corrupt WHO. We also have governments across the world who have constituents who signed the same petition. We're going to be emailing it to him, Boris Johnson and Donald Trump as well, and we're going to report back if we get a response. My guess from Justin Trudeau, it's going to be nothing but crickets from the Prime Minister's office. Let's go drop this in the mailbox. And there you have it. I just dropped off our petition to Canada Post, so it is en route to Justin Trudeau's office at Langevin Block in Ottawa. Now, the ball is in his court. We collected 25,000 signatures, and they're now on its way to his office, and he has to decide if he's going to continue funding the WHO or actually give them even more money, as the European Union currently wants Canada to do, or if he will listen to his people who resoundingly want us to pull out of the WHO and the corrupt organization that it is. For Rebel News, I'm Cian Bexty. Hey, thanks for checking out our coverage. It's not too late to sign the petition. You can go to whowantsout.com, and we're going to be sending the petitions as they accumulate even more signatures to Justin Trudeau and world leaders around the globe. Go sign it at whowantsout.com.